A pleasant good evening to each and every one of you. Welcome, welcome to OCOV Radio. I'm Simply Heather, and it's interview time, exclusive interview time. And today we have a young, upcoming, uprising, sensational, young, beautiful Luna. So we want to welcome the girl Luna. She's here to debut her new single, January Situation. Hi, Luna. Hi, how are you?
I'm good today. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. So tell us what's happening. First of all, tell us who is Luna, what Luna is all about, how you got your name, tell us about Luna.
Okay, so everybody knows that Luna is it basically means the moon in Spanish, right? Now I've always had a special kind of fascination with the moon since I was very young, and so I suppose I just kind of connected with the name over time and adopted it as my own.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, so Luna, how long have you been singing? How long have you been singing professionally?
Right. So professionally, I would say at least 10 years. I've been involved in Parang for about 10 years as well, and also in other types of music where I performed with a few alternative rock bands off and on, as well as in solo performances. When I did the, Parang band gigs and so on, I also did Latin shows. So yes, there's a lot of different aspects of music. I've been involved with calypso chant as well, providing background vocals for chorus groups and doing studio work for the same thing, background vocals as well. So yes.
You have been everywhere in the music industry.
Yes,
So,
exactly.
so you sing all genre of music,
Yes.
but what is
Or I should say most because a couple of days ago someone asked me if I sing chutney.
Oh
Like,
my.
not yet.
So, would you ever go into the soca arena? Because I know you say you sing background vocals with calypso, you sing Latin, parang. What about soca? Would you
Right.
ever see yourself going into the soca arena?
Well, I did consider it, but because how to put it, I perform with a very unique style. It means that if I am to do soca, it would have elements of other types of music along with it. And I'm sure you would agree in a way that soca itself has diversified over the years, that it has kind of taken on its own identity. So in a way, if I do soca, it would be like a kind of crossover with something else. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
because you want to rough it up and rough up that nice voice.
No.
So, are you a all year round performer? Because you talk about the Spanish, and that's for Christmas. Do you perform all year round apart from, doing the background vocals and stuff like that? But do you perform all year round?
Right. Yes, I do actually. I've done some private like performances like for events
Right.
and also for the public, like in restaurants and that sort of thing as well.
All right.
I also teach music.
Oh yeah,
So,
tell us about that. You're a music
right.
teacher.
Right. So I've been teaching guitar on a introductory level for a number of years, over 10 years. Private lessons, of course, with like individual attention and that sort of thing. I recently started teaching vocals with Drumversity TT. That's a music school that has three
Okay.
locations, North, Central, and South. So it's a new venture of mine that I've taken on as well, and I'm excited to see where it goes into doing, music-related workshops as well. As a songwriter myself, I would like to also share what I've learned, in songwriting. I've done well, because I studied music, formally to a point, I would have been exposed to that, and I've written many songs on my own. Of course, this new release is a song that I have written, and there'll be others to come. Original music by myself that I'll be releasing soon.
And we will be looking forward to it.
What's that?
We will be looking forward to those new releases and stuff like that,
Yes, of course.
All right. So, okay. So you teach music. That's beautiful. So, as you said, you are with a school, so you're not to say like you have your own school or anything like that. But I'm not going to tell you, well, you can advertise the school here too, to get your clients, kids. Do you teach kids? Oh,
right. Well, I mean, I'll be. I don't have a studio, but I will be happy to pass along the contacts for the persons who worked on my music, namely my producer, Winslow Frederick, and of course the videographers Darren Lala and Kevin Lala. And I'm really proud of what we put together.
All right. Well, yeah, that'll be nice. Probably, you could always, for those who want to learn, is guitar. You play guitar. You teach the guitar.
Yes, on an introductory level guitar.
Introductory. So
Yeah.
for those who want to learn, and
Yes,
you'll be taught by a beautiful young lady. So you can give them your number and stuff like that. We'll do that a little later on, right?
Yeah.
Yes, we'll do that a little later on because we know people will be looking forward to contacting you.
Yeah.
Right? So where are some of the places they could find Luna, during the year, do you do music are you a full-time musician? Or you just do music,
I do, and actually I have some new projects that I'll be involved with this year, so it's kind of hard to say where to look forward to see me after Carnival, but I can definitely tell you from now that we would be hosting a launch for my EP, which is coming out with a collection of original songs, including the first release, January Situation. So we'll be doing a live concert launch. So you can look out for that after Carnival. We're still in the planning stages for that one.
We would look forward to it.
And you can follow me on social media to get updates on when to expect anything new from me.
Yeah, and you'll keep us updated so we can, spread the word right here on OCOV Radio,
Yeah.
Right. So, before we go to your single, what are you? You said you're doing background vocals. So, what are you doing this year? Are you doing background vocals? Are you with a tent? What are you doing this year?
Yes, currently I'm with Kaiser Showcase. That's in San Fernando. And so tonight we have Vintage Night at Palms Club in San Fernando. So you can look out for that.
All right.
Yeah.
So if you want to see the beautiful, sensational Luna, just head on down to Kaiso Showcase and you will see her in the background vocals. All right, so tell us about this debut single, January Situation. Tell us about that. Where did it come from, the inspiration? Who inspired you? What inspired you? What motivated you? Tell us. We want to know. We want to hear.
Right. So if you've listened to the song, the first line says, "I woke up from a strange dream." Now, that part actually happened. So I'm a person who has a lot of dreams, and I'm sure a lot of people can relate to this. When you're having a really vivid dream and you can't remember the details, but it was so interesting and you're really trying to remember what it was. And having this problem quite a lot, I was having this particular dream, and I heard the music in the dream and I saw the visuals. It was really inspiring, and I said, you know what, I need to write this down. And the way it happened was I turned for a pen and paper, and I actually jumped out of sleep, grabbed my guitar, which was it just happened to be close by, and I started to just work out the chords, and I wrote down the words that I could here in my head just to get it down on paper so that I could return to it because I went back to sleep.
Wow.
And I didn't want to forget anything, so I wrote it down and I worked out the chords. I wrote down everything, and I that was it. The funny thing about it is that this happened in January of 2011.
Wow.
And I was in an amateur band at the time, and at that same day I had band practice, and I said, I'm going to surprise you guys with this song, just for us to jam with, because I wrote down one verse. And I had the idea for a sort of reggae rock song where we would start off with a reggae style and then switch over to rock, a heavier sound, of course, with some, lead guitars and that kind of thing. And we had a nice, cool little Fugees / alternative rock vibe going. And but the thing is, the song only had like one verse and one chorus. So when I did my songwriting mentorship in 2015 under the late Dr. Winsford Devine, I was able to finish the song along with some others and added 2 more verses. And what was inspiring for me was the fact that when the new year rolls around, most people never really quite sure of what the year has in store.
True.
The easiest thing we have to relate to is like a New Year's resolution. You're going to lose 20 pounds. You're going to look great for Carnival. You're going to change some habits for the year.
And we don't always keep it.
Start a business, something like that.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is that sometimes we never see these things through.
Nope.
And life takes so many twists and turns that we tend to blame ourselves for not living up to our own expectations. But the contemplation is not really on what could we change in the world around us to help assist in assisting ourselves with these kind of things. So it's a very deep kind of song when you think about it. The conscious lyrics, being like when I penned the second and third verse, it had more to do with people, whether it's in our country or the region or even in the whole world, considering the state of things in the world and how we react to it, what we are doing to change it, and how we can rise as a people or raise our level of consciousness to work together and improve the things around us. So it took a different turn.
Yeah, but the nice thing about this song, it's real life. It's like, it actually happened to you, and it's like, you telling your story.
Exactly.
Wow.
The thing I love the most is that for each person who listens to it, it's a different story for them.
Yes.
One person told me in particular, she said, it perfectly explains the post-pandemic blues that I struggle to explain.
Yeah. Because sometimes, it's a new year, and January is always, the toughest, because, you're entering a new year and you're not too sure, which direction to head. You have your plans, you want to do this, and then you're not too sure what February will bring, and then, So this is really a January situation,
Yeah.
It's very brilliant. Very brilliant. I love it.
Thank
So,
you.
We want to share it with the world. So, I always like the artists to introduce their own song and tell the world, promote it to the world. So you sell your song, you tell them, tell them about it. When I say about it, just introduce your song. That's what I mean.
So would you like me to sing a verse?
No, just introduce it. I'm going to play it here.
Okay. This is Luna presenting my first release, January Situation. Hope you enjoy.
Okay.
I woke up from a strange dream. Everything had changed. New year, new things to come. Didn't mention it was strange. I walk down the street every day and see the faces of people, but they got no feeling. They just stare out into the world. wonder what's this sudden behavior. And these people got no life in them. They need a remedy, cure for the soul. In the end, it's the cure for the world. It's a January situation. Music is a vector. January situation. Just let go. Just let go.
Beautiful January situation. That is by the girl Luna. Hello, Luna, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Beautiful, I love it, I love it. What genre that falls under? Sort of rock, slow rock?
That's the thing. I still think of it as a reggae rock. I mean, some people find it sounds jazzy, but you know what? It's what you make it out to be.
Yeah, it's like a reggae rock, but it's yeah. Well, let me ask you, what genre of music do you prefer to sing? You know.
Oh my, that's a hard question because I really love jazz, I really love Latin, and I love my rock and roll. So.
And I know you grew up with the parang. Parang. We ain't talking about no soca parang thing. We talking about real parang thing, you know.
Yeah.
Yes. With your dad, your mom, you know, God rest her soul. She, you know, they brought you up there in this parang thing, and you can speak Spanish now.
A little bit.
The way it is rattling it, yeah, you have to know. You have to know that Spanish because I try my best with it, but oh gosh, I can't roll my tongue. So here now, Luna, anything you want to share with the with our listeners? Anything you want to share with with them?
Well, of course, I know you mentioned that you'd want to get in contact with me.
Yeah.
Leave my contact is 364-7979. You could also send me an email. At, the email address is lunatheartistofficial@gmail.com.
Okay,
And of
people, I
course,
hear that. Go ahead. Go ahead.
yes, it's lunatheartistofficial@gmail.com.
Mm-hmm.
My contact is 364-7979. And of course, you can find me on social media. Facebook, it's Luna the Artist. On Instagram, it's luna.t.t. Same thing on TikTok. And of course, I'm on YouTube, Luna TT.
All right. And how is 2023 looking for you? I know you're with the tent for this is for the Christmas for the Carnival. After that, as you say, you're going to do your
The EP launch.
right. And I hope things happen from there. Things push off from there.
Thanks very much.
Yes.
I have a great feeling about it.
Yeah, well, no pain, no hard work, hard work pay off, and you have been grinding that axe. And actually, this is your first,
Yeah.
and of many to come, right?
Yes, of course, of course.
Yes, and as I told you earlier, we look forward to the others. You could always share it with us. We will definitely play it on OCOV radio for you. We'll share it with our listeners. So keep us informed. Keep us,
Absolutely.
updated.
Yes.
Yes. So, what could I say, Luna? Just want to thank you so much. It was a pleasure. Hanging out with us.
And thank you for having me.
Oh my gosh! Anything else you want to say again? It was a short and sweet one, but anything. For your classes, that number 2, you can they can contact you. Anybody want to do introductory?
Yes, you can contact me at that number for the classes as well.
Okay, repeat the number again for those who probably missed it.
Right, so it's 364-7979.
All right, so all those who want to learn music, and music is a discipline, Luna, for the young people.
Yeah.
Tell the young people now how disciplined this is, and if they want to get into this, because some of them, they want overnight success. They want to bring out a song, and it must, if it don't reach the top 10 or don't reach, they might get depressed, or they might want to give up, and then some of them, they may have the attitude that they're big already. So tell them how humble it have to be. Talk to the youths for me.
Yeah, and I totally agree with you, because when I started this project, our vision at the time of the starting point was totally different from what it had transformed into up until now. Mm-hmm. And I have to say that, like, doing this EP has been a dream come true for me, because I always wanted to do this. I always wanted to hear my music produced in a studio and recorded live in a professional way, where I don't cringe hearing my own self in a recording. You know what I mean? And I've learned a lot of patience, and I learned a lot about the process, a lot about the music industry, in the time that it has taken to finally get to a first release. And I just want to say, for anyone listening, just keep pushing, whatever it is you're doing, don't give up. It will happen someday.
It will happen. So, Luna, before we go, who did the production for that January situation?
You want me to do another introduction?
No, actually, who did the production?
Oh, the production, right.
Yeah.
So the video production was done by Darren Lala and Kevin Lala. If you're familiar with KL Photography as well, these are the guys who work together on projects. So it was really interesting to hear the direction in which things were going. Interesting thing is that we did the shots on 2 different days, one in January and one in February of last year. And so we ran out of sunlight, and it actually, when most people would think that it works against you, but it actually works for us.
It looked real. Looked like everyday life thing,
It was amazing. And the backdrop with the surrounding buildings were just beautiful.
Wow, yeah. Everything, the sunset, the backlight, everything was so good. So that was the video, that was the production, the video you're talking about. Who did and the song of itself, who did the production?
Right, the song itself, it was produced by Windsor Frederick. He has been involved in music for a very long time, but I suppose he hadn't been as much as active until, for some time, until he started to work with me. So it was like he had taken a break from music until we started to collaborate together. But it was really his idea to work with me. And it was interesting that we had some of the same ideas and working together this closely on your own music, on your original music. It's like your brainchild, because you're not sure which liberties you want to take at first and how far you want to take this thing.
But you know what you want.
Over time, the vision grew and the understanding of the music and the arrangements and everything was just coming together beautifully. And, our friendship has grown in that way as well. So I would say kudos to Windsor, because the musical influences and the kind of jargon that we use to communicate ideas it was very interesting in the kind of connection that we were making. And for anyone who writes their own music and has to pitch it to anybody else to understand where they're coming from and how they want it to be put across, that's a really important thing. So it was an interesting
blend.
Yes,
it's an interesting, how should I say, not combination, I want to say, like the both of you all came together. It was an interesting combination for the both of you all to come together and make this so beautiful. Listeners, go check it out on YouTube. It's a beautiful video. It's really beautiful. The song is beautiful. I'm going to play the song again for those who have missed it. The girl Luna is in the house, and she, I want you all to get familiar with the name Luna. Her name is, you want to go by Luna, right? You want them, would you like them to know your name?
Yes.
Okay, give them a name.
So, for those who may know me, I'm Rochelle Antoine. Of course, my artist name is Luna.
Luna.
And yes, that's the name that I connect the most with.
Right. So, Luna, we want to thank you so much for taking this little time, because I know you had to go and get ready for tent. Me too, but we had to do this, you know what I mean?
Yes, of course.
So you have continue to have a blessed carnival season, continue to have, lots of blessings coming your way with this song, January Situation. And, all the best in your musical career, all the best in your career, in anything and everything, from 2023 and beyond and beyond. Okay, so thank you once again, and blessings to you, sister.
Thank you so much.
Okay, bye-bye. We're going to do the song again anyway, okay? We're going to do the song again because we love it. Okay, so that was Luna, everyone, and this is her new debut, January Situation. Let me get it from the start.
From a strange dream, everything had changed. New year, new things to come. Did I mention it was strange? I walk down the street every day and see the faces of people, but they got no